Hi, this is number 2 of my reading vlog. Thought I'd just give you a bit of a catch up. It's Sunday afternoon and it's gone really cold here now. So we had summer at the beginning of the week and we're back to winter. So I'm all snuggled down for my Sunday afternoon reading. I thought I'd just give you a bit of a catch up where I am with my mysteries for March Mystery Madness. If you recall, last time we spoke, I was reading this. You don't know me, but your husband does. Brooke, Mag, Nanty. Well, I still didn't know them by the end of it. Unfortunately, this was a 2.5 read for me. As I said last time, it started off really well. Thought it was going to be a bit of a police procedural, and then that sort of line disappeared. We've also got a pathologist involved, and we had quite a bit about the pathologist, and she disappeared. Not disappeared because somebody did her in, but just that plot line didn't seem to go very far. And we're still trying to find out why Miriam got killed. And as I said, we've gone all political in the middle. Well, I'm sorry, it didn't really get any better for me. I felt that the whole plot was disjointed, and by the end of it I just felt like I didn't care less about any of the characters, and that's awful. I didn't care less why she'd been murdered because I was so bored with it. But you know, just wasn't for me. It started getting very confusing, so that's finished. You'll also recall I was reading Wedding Tears by Trisha Ashley. Oh, I loved this. I gave it 4 stars in the end. We've got a nice country village feel about it. I think we were stretching the boundaries a bit calling it a mystery, to be fair. There were a few mysterious men coming and going, shall we say, but more of just a nice look at village life with some nice romance thrown in. Very well written. I really enjoyed it. It kept me entertained all the way through, and I gave it 4 stars because it got so much in there that pleased me. And it won't be the last one that I read by Trisha Ashley. And obviously that was bonus prompt wedding. I've also finished another wedding one, so bride and groom, bride without a groom even. And this is by Amy Lynch. This did make me laugh. It made me laugh out loud, and there was one particular chapter that just was so funny. I've seen if it was I put on here. This just made me laugh so much. As you recall, we've got our main protagonist who goes round buying everything for weddings, and she's got the venue booked and deposit down on a very expensive designer dress, and she's not getting married. She's with somebody who she's really pushing away because he's not ready to get married, and she's already got the shoes. Really enjoyed this. Not in totality, as a total plot, as a total book, I gave it 3.5. I didn't quite love it as much as this one. This just pipped it to the post, but for humour and sort of sections, laugh out loud sections, yeah, it does you good. I was really ready for a couple of laugh out loud books, something a bit cosy, and yeah, both fitted the bill. So I've now finished 2 now for the prompt wedding, the extra bonus. Where am I now? Well, I've picked up this one, Death in Provence. Amanda Kent, no, sorry, not Amanda Kent, Serena Kent. Amanda Kent used to be did her nurse training with me. Her name was Kent when she got married. See how that slipped out easily enough. Serena Kent. Death in Provence, and she is Penelope goes and buys an old property in the south of France. It needs a lot of renovation, it's dropping to bits, but she's only been there a day, and oh, there's been a murder, and somebody's found dead in her swimming pool, swimming, not swimming, but floating. And so I'm early days yet of this one. I'm on page, where am I now? 63. Early days. I'm enjoying it. However, I think there are some problems with editing with this one. I started having to read back because I thought there were more characters in here than I understood, and no, I wasn't wrong, because what's happening is that it's written in the third person, and then occasionally it flips into the first person, whereby 1 minute it's third person about Penelope, and the next minute it, say 1 or 2 sentences, just goes to the first person. And I suddenly thought, well, isn't her name Penelope? Isn't she the one we're talking about? You know, and I had to look back thinking, well, what is the main protagonist called then? Who is the person that's they're talking about in the first person? And there isn't another character, if that makes sense. It's because I presume on editing, nobody's picked up on the fact that every now and again there's a couple of sentences that are mistensed. That's not the correct word. Incorrectly. They're in their incorrect tense. They're slipping into the first and third person. Does that sort of make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's because the book's got me kerfuddled. So we'll see how we go. It's only happened in one chapter, the chapter I'm currently reading, so whether that is just something that slipped through the net, I'm not sure. But if that keeps happening, I can't see that it would have been done for a reason either. I can't feel that it's been done for any sort of literary reason to suddenly have a couple of sentences in the first person when it's been all the way through the book third person. Can't think of anything, but anyway, we'll see how we go with it. I'm enjoying it. You know, it's easy to read. I think the plot's ticking along nicely. We need to find out who this person is that's been murdered and floating in her swimming pool. So I'm going to, carry on reading that. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Obviously I've got all the books that I'm quite happy to read, a few different books, a cosy one and a more hard-boiled alongside it. I'm going off-piste again, aren't I, with my TBR. Again, this was out of my Might Be Read box, but I just fancied reading it, so I'm going to spend most of the afternoon doing that. Get a good chunk done, and then obviously ready for tomorrow. We start Nelson's Reads tomorrow, so I want to get a good chunk of this done so I can move on to that. So that's just a bit of a catch up. Let me know what you were reading, if you're all snuggled down as well. I did have Nelson snuggled down with me, but he didn't want to face the camera, so he's gone. He's took off. So hope you're all having a good Sunday, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.